This is a film about football and fair trade. Most of us know a fair amount about football. It's the beautiful game. Give anyone, anywhere, any age of football, and they'll start kicking it around. If we're not playing it, we're watching it. And a lot of us know a bit about fair trade. Many people who produce the things we enjoy and rely upon don't get paid fairly for their work. That means they could struggle to feed their families, send children to school, and pay for medicines. Fair trade means that the farmers and workers living in developing countries who grow our food and the cotton in our clothes get a better deal. You might have seen the fair trade mark when you're out shopping. There are over 4,500 products that carry the fair trade mark. This means a better deal for the people who grow our tea, coffee, bananas, sugar, cocoa, footballs. But you can't grow a football, so what do footballs have to do with fair trade? And firstly, how do you even make a football? To find out, we're going to Sialkot, a city in the province of Punjab in Pakistan. There are over 180 million people living in Pakistan, and over 20% are living on less than $1.25 a day. 40 million footballs are made in the factories of Sialkot each year. This rises to 60 million every 4 years, when it's a World Cup year. Footballs made in these factories are shipped all over the world. Here, the workers are preparing the sheets of polyurethane to be cut into pieces to make the ball. A machine is used to cut the pieces so they are all the exact size. A football is made up of 20 hexagons and 12 pentagons. The pieces are screen printed individually. Traditionally, footballs were always stitched by hand. Nowadays, many are machine stitched to save time. Some are thermally bonded, so don't use stitches at all, but use a type of glue heated up. Most top quality footballs are still sewn by hand. This is Tanvay. He's a hand stitcher at Ali Trading. Tanvay stitches footballs by hand.
I play football. I like football a lot. My younger brother also likes football. I like the Brazilian team.
Hand stitching is skilled work. An average stitcher can sew up to 5 footballs a day. Footballs are stitched inside out so that the stitches are on the inside. This is when the bladder is put into the ball. The air valve is added and the last stitch is made. This is not the end of the journey though. The footballs are then cleaned and checked to make sure they're in top condition. They go through lots of testing to check they're the right size, weight and bounce. Then they're deflated, put into plastic bags and packed into boxes. These boxes are loaded into lorries to be shipped. Around 40,000 people in Sialkot work in the industry. That's almost a quarter of the population. But in 1996, when the eyes of the footballing world were watching the European Championship unfold in England, Sialkot hit the headlines for all the wrong reasons. It was reported that about 7,000 children were working up to 11 hours a day stitching footballs in the Sialkot region alone, including children as young as 5. Stitchers couldn't earn enough money to feed their families, and some were forced to make their children work too, so that they could afford basics like food and healthcare. This meant that many of the children couldn't go to school. In 1997, an agreement was signed to stop the high rates of child labour in football production in Pakistan. To make sure this happened, stitchers could no longer work from home, and all the stitching had to be done in factories or rural stitching centres. In some cases, although children weren't working anymore, many families still couldn't afford to send them to school. Many families struggled because they were getting less money. This is because the workers and stitchers don't always get a fair wage for the work they do. While we might spend money on big sports brands, that money doesn't always make its way back to the people who made the products. This is where fair trade plays a role in tackling the root of the problem: poverty and workers not receiving a fair wage. A fair wage means that workers can afford to send their children to school rather than out to work. What does fair trade aim to do for football workers? Decent wages, good working conditions, no child labour, Fairtrade Premium. The Fairtrade Premium is the extra money from the sale of each Fairtrade football that's used to fund community projects that benefit workers and their families, and is a very important part of Fairtrade. Fairtrade certified football factories each have a Fairtrade Premium committee that represents all factory workers and stitchers. They consult with the workers and stitchers and decide on the best use for the premium money. In the area of Sialkot, not everyone has safe drinking water, and there have been many problems with sickness caused by drinking dirty water. The Fairtrade Premium Committee at Vision Technologies decided to put the Fairtrade Premium into providing safe, clean water to benefit not just the workers, but the whole community. They've also invested in buses to bring workers to the factories, as some had to walk a long way to and from work each day. Recognising the importance of education, they've also spent premium money on books and school bags for children.
We are getting a lot of support from the Fairtrade Premium. It means that our children are getting an education. There are many other benefits from Fairtrade. For example, the eye clinic and the water plant. I'm most happy about the education of our children because of Fairtrade. It is very helpful. We are very happy with Fairtrade.
Liakat's 3 children, Hadia, Amina and Abu, are all in school.
I want to be a teacher so that I can teach children, just as I am getting an education. My favorite subject at school is science. I want to be a doctor and help people. There are many benefits of Fairtrade. We have established a fairly priced shop. We have also bought school bags and school books for children. We set up 2 water filtration plants because there was a problem with access to clean water. There are also eye tests for workers. This helps people with eye-related problems like headaches, so we are very grateful to Fairtrade.
Tanvay has 4 children between the ages of 4 and 15.
Before Fairtrade, we had many difficulties, but since Fairtrade, we are getting many benefits. We have more facilities now. Clean water, school bags and books for the children.
How many times have you been playing or watching football and yelled, "That's not fair," when somebody dives or makes a bad tackle? It makes for a difficult game if somebody isn't playing fair, and yet most of us don't know about the unfairness at the very heart of the game. By choosing Fairtrade footballs, you can help the people who made your football get a better deal.